realize that my mouth could do that. That's really cool. I can go like, I'll be like, oh, I like that. That is really, really awesome. Anyways, oh, my neck. Ah! There we go. Anyways, greetings, creatures and humans alike. I am Match Q Dog, and tonight on this Creature of the Week, we shall be talking about the angels. Let me move over here real quick. I forgot to do my scribble. Hang on a second. Okay, give me a second to pull up my stuff. Ah, here we go. Scribble, 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 scribble. Scribble, 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 scribble. Okay, there we go. There we go. All is now right with the world. There we go. And I also gotta bring my stuff down quite a bit too. That way y'all can see this. Because after all, this new model is a bit big, not gonna lie. Anyways, yeah. We are gonna be talking about the angels. Which are quite a fascinating kind of mythical beings. So let's go ahead and get into this. But before we do, if y'all want to like support me and stuff and check out more Creature of the Weeks, check me out on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, main YouTube channel, Gaming React channel. Leave a like, follow, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's get into it. Angels are, well, angelic beings that serve God's will in Hebrew, Christianity, Islamic, and Judaism religions. Let's see, we're gonna make that disappear now. I clicked the wrong thing. Whoops. There we go, that's much better. Anyways, angels are said to be non-corporeal beings made of light, pure energy, or fire. As such, they do not really have a true form, since a being made of these energies can become any shape, size, and form. However, the Bible, Quran, and Torah has spoke of descriptions and appearances whenever they appear to humans on Earth. And by the way, I do apologize for any mispronunciations on any names and stuff. You know, that's just something that happens normally. Now, according to the holy books, angels will normally appear as humanoid or in a defined form that might seem scary to those who see them. In the human form, depending on the angel, they will appear beautiful and pure. They may appear either in a pure white flowing clothing or in defined armor. All angels appearing in a humanoid form will have a halo or a form of light over their heads, showcasing their divinity. Also, all angels will have a pair of bird-like wings. Often doves and eagles are the most common. As for the other forms, it depends on the class of angel, but they may appear in a strange and otherworldly forms that may seem monstrous and frightful to humans. This may include a wheel-like body for the drones, many eyes like the Seraphim, multiple wings and animal heads along with a human face like the Cherubs. But do not be afraid, for they are angels that may take on whatever form they are permitted to. Rose in I almost said that. That would have been so bad. Rose in religions. There we go. In all these religions, whether it be the ancient Hebrew or the current Christianity, Islamic, and Judaism, angels are told as the servants of God, and are created by the Almighty Father. They are said to have been created before the creation of Earth. They are created to serve and obey God's will and carry out His divine orders. These includes worshiping Him, protecting His people and lands that are sacred to Him, communicating His words to the mortals, watch over the flow of the universe, combat against demonic forces and protect heaven, serve His purposes to the mortal world, and any other purposes God gives them. Angels reside in heaven to be close to God and serve His will, but they are often sent to Earth, staying invisible to the naked eye. There are also different classes and ranks of angels. each having their own unique roles and designs. Angels, depending on the religion, angels once or do have free will of their own, but in Christianity, but that was until the rebellion of heaven led by you. Oh my goodness, I cannot use this line. Anyways, angels may either have free will of their own or they may not. And for Christianity, this free will pretty much led to the rebellion of heaven led by Lucifer, who turned many angels against God. God cast these angels out, and as such, many angels became fallen angels. And those that are still in heaven continue to serve God. As such, in Christianity, angels seem to have a free will of their own. However, depending on the religion, like either Islam or Judaism, angels may have no free will or very limited access to will. Angels have appeared throughout each religion to serve a certain purpose for God. Of these angels include Uriel, who guards the Garden of Eden and prevents anyone from entering into this earthly paradise. Micheal, who acts as the head archangel and leads armies of heaven against evil. Gabriel, who is an important messenger to announce events like the birth of Christ and revealing the Quran to Muhammad. And Raphael, who is a healer and acting as a guide to those God sent his way. Overall, angels are considered one of God's greatest creations and serve him in his role as God of the universe in all these religions. Let's see. Other angelic beings. Angels are considered one of the most iconic heavenly beings that serves the divine. But angelic-like beings also exist in other religions and myths throughout the world. And these beings are different from the class of angels that I will discuss later on. Although I will talk about a few that aren't really mentioned in the hierarchy. And the first angels are both the Chalkrdri and Phoneixes from the second book of man, I should really pronounce this right. Of Enoch. These angels are dwelling near the sun and are responsible for bringing forth heat and dew. The Phoneixes are described as, well, basically like phoenixes. The Chalkrdris are more serpentine dragon-like with crocodile heads, lion feet, and 12 angelic wings. Now, outside of the Abrahamic, there are plenty of other divine servant celestials like the Valkyries of Norse mythology. They are heavenly servants who serve Odin himself to go onto the battlefield to find warriors who have died and bring them to Valhalla. Then you got both the Kiara and Kinnari of Hinduism and Buddhism. They are celestial beings with a lower bird body or lower bird or horse body to be precise. They are considered the dancers, artists, poets, and musicians of Indra, a major deity of these religions. Along with the Kinnari and Kiara are also the Apsarases, who also serve Indra too. Ah, man, I forgot to put that down. You know what? We're fixing that real quick. Give me a second. Let's see. S-E-S. There we go. There we go. Y'all didn't see anything. Anyways. They also serve Indra too. They too are dancers, but they are also cloud and water spirits as well. Also from Hindu are the Nagas as well. They are considered celestial divine beings that can be serpent gods, but are also considered servants and vehicles to some gods like the Naga king Vasuki to Shiva and the servant king Shisha to Vishnu. In Japanese Buddhism, you have the Tennin or Tenno, who are divine celestial maidens who play music and dance too. In Greek, you got the sayer like Pans, who are the children of Pan and serve him. And finally, you got the Manaia of Maui mythology. They are bird-headed and fish-tailed celestial messengers who send messages from the spirit realm to the mortals. There are more celestial beings in mythology and religions, but these kind of fit the roles more closely to an angel. Powers. Angels are considered one of the most powerful class of beings told in the Abrahamic religions. This is due to God granting them great powers and abilities they use to fulfill their tasks that God gives them. Now, I will mention that angels seem to have different kinds of powers and abilities depending on the class, but angels seem to have some common powers. Of these include divinity. Being God's servants, they too have powers of the divine. These include divine presence, divine force manipulation, and even lesser to supreme divinity. They also have angelic powers like blessing, angelic wings and armor, angelic aura, and angelic force manipulation, which grants them plenty of holy powers. Hang on a second. I got spit. Okay, I'm back. Didn't want to be gross on here. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, they also have supernatural conditions, granting them great physical powers. Angels are also capable of combating evil forces and repelling against them too. Angels are the embodiment of virtue, and as such they attain virtue powers and abilities. Man, there's another one from the list. Hang on a second. This is pitiful. Did I really miss all these? Let's see. Virtue powers. Alright. There we go. Easy fix. Oh, right. Ah! Okay. Now then. Other powers include flight, invisibility, light and fire manipulation, and even traveling from Earth to heaven and vice versa. Well, heaven to Earth and vice versa. Now, depending on the class of angel, they may have powers that others don't. For example, power angels will have the powers of guardianship of heaven and seeing the cosmos. The cherubs have powers relating to electricity, fire, light, and metal, along with the powers from their animal heads. And the drones act as divine transports for God and being an angel of fire. Fire! Basically put, angels are powerful beings with an array of powers that they were given from God. Yeah. Weaknesses. However, as powerful as these almighty beings are, they too got weaknesses that are told in religious texts. First off is the fact that they can fall. In Christianity, that is. Like mortals, angels can succumb to sins like pride, and they too can enact in rebellions. This was best seen with Lucifer, Satan, Beelzebub, and the other fallen angels that got kicked out of heaven. As such, it is possible to make an angel fall into darkness. Even today, where some of their free will might be limited, depending on the religion, they can still make some decisions that could backfire on them. Speaking of which, another weakness is free will as well. One can use their limitations to no freedom against them, since they cannot disobey God if fully controlled. Another one is that they are not truly all-powerful like God. While they are powerful, they are not truly omnipotent. They don't have all knowledge to the universe, they cannot kill unless instructed to, and other things that keeps them from being all-powerful. And these are the weaknesses of angels. However, I do want to say that if you are a good person, you have nothing to worry about with angels, since angels tend to like humans and others of God's creation. Let's see. Oops. Sorry, I had to fix some stuff. Anyways, class of angels. When it comes to angels told in Abrahamic religions, they are told to be many residing up in heaven, In accordance to the sculptures and texts of the holy books of each religion, these many angels are divided based on what is called the hierarchy of angels, or the criers, and spheres. The hierarchy is a ranking system of angels, ranging from the highest authority angels closest to God to the lowest rank of angels that does the standard will of God. Each of these ranks of angels can be distinguished by their appearance based on the number of wings and faces. Also, those who are the higher hierarchy has more authority and power over the lower ranks. In each of the religions, like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, each of the rankings are different from one another, but they basically function the same way. Now, the rank of angels are so unique that these angels are considered their own kind, basically like a species. And I want to mainly mention that the rank of angels that are told... Let me repeat this again. Now, I'll mainly mention the rank of angels told in Christianity, since those are the main ones that I know of. But I will mention about some of the others in both Judaism and Islam. For Christianity, the ranks are divided by the three orders which are listed as the highest, middle, and lowest orders. Those of the highest order, who are closest to God, are the Seraphim, Cherubs, and Drones. The middle order are the dominions, virtues, and powers. And finally, the lowest order are the principles, archangels, and angels. Now, each ranks have a purpose they serve for God. For example, the powers act as guards to the heavens and watch over the cosmos. The virtues are responsible for miracles, encouraging the mortal's faith, and governing the natural elements. And the dominions are responsible for keeping the world peace and delivering God's justice, throwing mercy to humans, and even maintaining order to the lower angels. Now, there are other angels told in Judaism and Islamic beliefs. For Judaism, there is the Chayot, I hope I pronounced that right, who are described in Ezekiel's vision of the heavenly chariot. There's also both the Ophanims and Erelims. In Islam, there is the Hamalat Al-Arsh, or the bearers of the throne, and Muqarrabun, who are basically like the cherubs. So as you can imagine, angels are numerous across heaven and have their own ranks in order. And again, I do apologize if I mispronounce any of them. Differences in religions. As you can already tell, angels are heavenly told in all of Abrahamic religions, from Hebrew up to the three current religions of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. All these religions have mentioned angels many of times across the holy books of the Bibles, Torah, and Quran. And all these angelic beings are highly respected and believed in throughout the world and all worshippers. And while angels share the same beliefs, roles, and some appearances through these religions, there are also some key differences in each of these religions, making the religions differ from one another. Let's look into these key differences that angels are told. Before we do that though, I am going to take a break. Excuse me. Anyways, with Christianity, 1. Angels have free will and can make their own decisions. 2. Angels are capable of falling to sins and rebel, which resulted in the rebellion led by Lucifer or Satan, whichever version you believe in. 3. Angels are believed to be pure spirits. 4. They have 9 orders that makes the hierarchy, like the Seraphim, Thrones, and Cherubs. 5. Angels serve God's will and perform their roles to the universe or guide and protect humanity. 6. Fallen angels are a concept in Christianity. With Islam, 1. Angels do not have free will and are fully obedient to God. 2. They cannot disobey. As such, there was no rebellion and no angels fallen into sins. 3. Angels are made of pure light. 4. There are 4 main orders consistent of mainly the 4 angels, Jibril, Micheal, Uriel, and Azrael. There's also the throne bearers and record keepers. 5. Angels have limited roles, which are mainly throne bearers, recorders, taking souls to heaven, showing mercy, and punishing the wicked. 6. There are no fallen angels. Instead, there is Iblis and his Shayatin Djinns. With Judaism, 1. Angels cannot disobey God as they are programmed to, but they might have a limited free will. 2. As they cannot disobey, there was no rebellion, but Satan acts as an agent for God and as an enemy to humanity to test their faith and temptations. 3. Angels are said to be made of spiritual energy or fire itself. 4. Angels have a similar ranking to that of Christianity, but they also mention the other angels like the Cherubs. 5. Angels seem to take on more of a messenger or macaque. How do you pronounce this? Macaque. However you pronounce this role. They may also perform other roles, but it's mainly minor. Also, they are not worshipped and prayed to compared to the other religions. And 6. Like Christianity, there are a type of fallen angels, but they did not really rebel against God. They instead were the Watchers who descended to Earth to fall in love and mated with female humans. These angels couldn't return to heaven due to their desires, and as thus were kicked out. This also resulted in the creation of the Nephilims. And there you go. As you can see, these Abrahamic beliefs have the same angelic beings perform different roles and have different relations with God, but they overall still share the same love and servitude to God himself. Angels versus fallen angels, demons, Shedims and Djinns. Ooh, that's a lot to say. Angels as holy beings will always serve the Father and serve to protect the believers. Due to this, angels are seen as the holy messengers to humans and guardians to those who believe in them. So there are often accounts of angels like Micheal, who would often have battles and defend humanity against the forces of evil, along with the other angels too. Of these, there are the Christians' fallen angels and demons, Judaism Shedims and demons, and the Islamic Djinns like Iblis and his Shayatins and other Djinns. But what exactly are these evil spirits, and how are they different from one another along with their relationships and battles with the angels? Well, first, fallen angels are the angels who rebelled against God and who was led by Lucifer or Satan in the rebellion of heaven. This war ended with Satan's defeat, and he and all his followers were cast down to hell. From there, they became powerful demons known as fallen angels, and they follow Satan, who wishes to tempt men into ruins and sin, and continue to fight against heaven. Many powerful named demons, like the Archangels and some of the princes of hell, are fallen angels. Now, there are also the regular demons, who are just malevolent spirits who also follow Satan, but they aren't as powerful as the fallen angels. Regardless, these two entities are often in conflict with angels and archangels, as angels can be preyed upon to fight against demons who are possessing humans, and often protect heaven from any demonic onslaughts. Now with Judaism, angels are often used as a counter against the Shedims. The Shedims are evil spirits or demons who causes misfortune, illnesses, and temptations. There are different stories of how they are created, but the main one is that they were once human souls who were sent down to hell, and they got devoured by Chief Cherubim, the queen of hell and one of Eve's sisters. Now this queen of hell will regurgitate these souls, and they will return as Shedims. Both angels and Shedims are often seen in a state of spiritual war, where angels protect humans from temptations, and Shedims fight to make humans fall into ruin. Finally, in Islam, angels are said to get into fierce battles against the evil Djinns, Shayatins. The Shayatins are an evil class of Djinns who actively disobey Allah's order and actively mislead men down the path of evil. Their leader is Iblis, the first Shayatin and most powerful of them all, and their leader too, which I already mentioned that. Anywho, these Djinns actively try to overthrow God and his heavenly forces, Allah and his heavenly forces. And due to this, angels and Shayatins are always in a constant battle as they fight one another over humanity. So yeah, all three religions show that angels are always and constantly fighting for humanity against the evils of fallen angels, demons, Shedims, Shayatins, and all the other evil forces that I haven't even named here. Angels truly are wonderful beings. Famous angels. Within the holy texts of the Bible, Torah, and Quran, angels are said to have a vast population up in heaven. While not given an exact number, the Bible does say that the angels number in thousands of thousands and myriads of myriads. As such, there could be far more angels up in heaven than that of humans on earth, even after the rebellion of heaven. As such, you can bet that there are many names of angels and those who are considered the most famous of them all, whether it be them commanders, healers, or even those who are in groups representing concepts. Whew, so let's get right into it. Let's see. The main one everyone seems to know is Micheal the Archangel. He is the chief of the Archangels and the most powerful Archangel who leads heaven's army. Second is Gabriel the Archangel. He is considered God's messenger and is considered the herald of visions. He's the one that announced the birth of Jesus in Christianity and act as a mediator of the Quran to Muhammad. The third is Raphael the Archangel. This is the third famous angel and often part of the three angels alongside Micheal and Gabriel. He is a healer who is known to heal the lands and people. Uriel is the angel of wisdom and truth and who is stationed to guard the Garden of Eden from all, including mankind. Metatron, and no, not Transformers. Metatron is a powerful angel who was once the prophet Enoch before ascending. He's known for keeping the Askashiv records or Askalite records and is a bridge between humanity and God. Azrael is the angel of death in Islamic and Jewish beliefs, and his role is guiding the souls to the afterlife and records of the birth and death of each soul. Samuel is also the angel of death in Judaism, but he's also considered the seducer and destroyer of sinners. Like Satan, he plays a more temptation role of the Jewish community. Marut and Harut of Islam are famous pair of angels mentioned in the Quran. Now, these two are interesting as they complain about humanity's wickedness before being sent to Earth to test humans by teaching magic. They ended up, however, committing crimes and were banished from heaven and reside on Earth. Then again, these two are often controversial due to Islamic belief that angels cannot sin and disobey. Oh, Joseph. Give me a second. I'm going to try to remember how to pronounce this one. Jotham, Josphio is the angel of beauty, wisdom, and art, while Chamael is the archangel of peace, love, and divine justice. There are other angels like Abdiel, Sordillo, Oreston, Malchideo, Barachio, and Barasias. I know I butchered these names big time. I do apologize in advance for that. Anyways, there are even famous angels that are in groups based on locations and concepts. You got the angels of Purgatory in the Divine Comedy that guard Purgatorio, and there are the angels that represent the Zodiacs. Uriel is actually one of them as the angel of Aquarius. There are a lot more that I could talk about, but I think I got my point across here. And oh, let's actually do an honorable mention of Lucifer and Satan as well. Now, we all know of them as devils in Christianity, but Lucifer was considered one of the most powerful and beloved of the Archangels and was known as a morning star. And Satan was once an angel as well, and in Judaism is still seen as an angel that serves to tempt humans. So yeah, there's pretty much that. And finally, we got popularity. Out of all the holy beings, angels are one of the most believed in beings across the world. The US alone has nearly 70% of American adults believing in angels, including me. As such, it's no wonder that angels appear in all across media's pop cultures and even in cultural practices like festivals and events. In movies, a New York Christmas Wedding got angels who were once humans coming down to Earth and hanging out. City of Angels had Nicolas Cage as an angel who fell in love with a human woman. Uh-oh, we gotta watch her. Constantine features Gabriel, but is an angel who was once a human with the same name. She served as an antagonist to Constantine. Oh, hey Shadow, how are you doing? You doing pretty good tonight? I would be doing pretty good. Let's see. Ah, thank you. Hang on. Let me throw off the other parts too. I got this. I got the mask. I can even do this. Woo! Yeah, this is amazing. Ah! Okay. Anyways, yeah, I haven't seen any other VTuber with a neck thing, so I'm hoping that that's really unique among them. Anywho, let's continue on with this. Let's see. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, had an angel of death coming for Hellboy. It's a Wonderful Life got a guardian angel named Clarence the Oddbody who tries to earn his wings. Angels became an intestine, pretty much came the enemy forces in Legions, where only Micheal tries to defend humanity from his kin. The movie Micheal had Micheal, who's on vacation, and he's basically a womanizer and a smoker. The movie Noah featured angels as golden wisp-like beings. And finally, the prophecy features Gabriel waging a war and trying to find an evil soul to use. Yeah, I might need to do that. I'll figure that out later on in the future. Anyways, in TV series, Dominions, which is based on the movie Legion, got angels possessing and attacking humans, while Micheal acts as the mentor to the main character. Supernatural got angels like Castillo, who aids Dean and Sam. Lucifer features angels like Amendayo, Micheal, Azrael, and Uriel. The comedy series Good Omens got the angel Asif. I don't know how to pronounce this one, to be honest with you. Anyways, it's got an angel and a demon trying to stop the apocalypse. Drama series like Touched by an Angel and Highway to Heaven features angels sent to Earth to help out humans. In Eternal Law, got angels sent down to Earth to act as lawyers. Wow. Anyways, in cartoons, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss features angels as antagonists to the hellish characters like Adam, Lute, and the Cherubs. Adventure Time had Guardian Angel who tried to eat Finn. The Fairy Yaw Parents, a new witch, had Cosmo and Wanda read through a crazy machine. It's an X-ray machine. They went through an X-ray machine and they appeared as angels. I swear this is actually real. Go look it up if you have not seen that episode. It is actually insane to me. Anyways, The Amazing Digital Circus features a scary looking angel that Pomni and Kinger dealt with. South Park has some angels appearing in Best Friends Forever. And Angel Wars features the Guardian Force led by Micheal, who rides the 7th airship to do missions and fight battles. Anime and manga also features angel characters. like Jibril in No Game No Life, Imiyusa, who is a half angel in The Devil is a Part-Timer, Painting and Stalking in the Painting and Stalking anime, Angelmon and Angelwoman in Digimon, Dokuro Misukai and Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan, Elizabeth in Seven Deadly Sins, Arena Shido, Azio, and Other Angels in High School DxD, Lucifer, Azrael, and Samuel in Records of Ragnarok, and Gabriel and Gabriel Dropout. In video games, Pit and Kid Icarus is kind of like an angel. Angels of Paradiso are angels and main antagonists to Bayonetta in the Bayonetta games. Tario is the Archangels of Justice in the Diablo series. Requiem Avenging Angels got Malachi and other angels as first-person shooter characters. Darksiders feature angels like Abandon as major enemies. Angel is a character in Tekken that lives up to her name. The Darkness 2 got Angelus, who possesses Chucky's late girlfriend and became the character's enemy. There's also angel-type Digimons. There's also angel-type Digimons like Angelmon and Angelwoman. And they even appear in games like D&D as a race and in card games like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. Whew. Alrighty. Well, in that case, you have a good one, Shadow. I'll see you later on, okay? Take care. Bye. Now, in books, angels by Darren Adela seem to bite humans and make them angels too. Kind of like a zombie in a sense. Very weird. Very weird. Yeah, have a good night. Bye. Let's see. L.A. Rhetori's Angel Fire trilogy had angels, but they are parasitic life forms that feed on humans. John Milton's Paradise Lost, which I still need to read that book, is a retelling of the biblical stories and features angels like Micheal, Gabriel, Raphael, and even Lucifer too. Terry Reitman's okay, give me a second, I'm going to try to pronounce this right. The Anti-Genesis Inception tells of battles between angels and demons, and other things that mentioned on there too. Good Omens by both Terry Parcheld and Neil Gaiman got the angels and demons preventing the apocalypse. And yes, the TV series that I mentioned before is based on the book. Susan S. Angels Fall got warrior angels in the post-apocalypse. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lonnie Taylor showcase a forbidden love between an angel and a demon. And finally, we cannot forget about the holy books like the Bible, Torah, and Quran that tells of angels in their holy texts. Other medias that cover angels include theater, with plays like Angels in America, I Marry an Angel, and Sean Mitton's Camus. Pro wrestlers like the Red Baron, Red Baroness, and Justice Angel use angels in their themes. Podcast tales of angels like the podcast The Account and Welcome to Night Vale. Music too actually features angels in their lyrics, like Lips of an Angel. With the lips of an angel by Hinder, and How Do You Talk to an Angel by The Heights. They are even used in advertisements and commercials. Of these includes the obvious Angel Soft toilet papers, and Victoria's Secrets with its Victoria's Secrets Angels. Hang on, I gotta take a drink. Excuse me. And of course, you also got all the famous art and works that features angels. Of these includes the Sistine Madonna by Raphael, the Unification by Filippo Lippi, Virgin of the Rock by Leonardo da Vinci, the Angel of Grief statue by William Wetmore Story, and the collection of the Great Red Dragon and the Woman Cloth with the Sun water paintings by William Blake. Blake. There we go. Okay, guys, we are finally on the last part with the conclusion. Up above the mortal realm resides the heavenly beings that serve the Almighty, numbering in the thousands of thousands. These holy beings obey God's command and perform various tasks, no matter the hierarchy, no matter the evil forces that they may face, and no matter the differences of the Abrahamic religions. These winged beings led by Micheal and the other great ones will face their tasks and roles with no hesitation. So be grateful and have faith, for you may have your own angel watching over you. And that concludes the angels of the creature of the week. So, what do you guys think of these heavenly beings? Do you really think that they number in the thousands? Do you really think that they can be fallen into sin? Do you think that you may have a guardian angel like Micheal and Gabriel watching over you? Let me know in the comment sections below whenever I load this up on YouTube. Now, normally this is where I would kind of do like some Q&A stuff, but I don't know if anyone else is on here and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and that concludes our creature of the week. Now, our next creature of the week is actually going to be more of a ghostly type creature from Germanic folklores. And these guys are often the noisy kind. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And that pretty much concludes this stream. I hope you guys had pretty much fun with this. But let's see. I think tomorrow I'm just going to do like a simple art stream. So I hope you guys show up for that one tomorrow. But anywho, let's go ahead and close this out. So with all that out of the way, thank you guys for coming on this fantastic Creature of the Week stream. I hope you all have as much fun as I did as we learn about the angels and their heavenly ways. And if you wish to see more Creatures of the Week like these, check me out on TikTok, check me out on Twitch, check me out on Twitter, along with YouTube and the Gamer React channel, and leave a like, subscribe, follow, notify, and all that kind of stuff. And with that, I bid the show adieu. So see you guys. So long. Bye bye. Okay, bye.